You were not born to live like the crowd. You were not built to follow, to beg, to wait. Inside you, there is something powerful, something fearless, a lion, but the question is, will you wake it up? Or let it sleep forever? Kill the sheep mentality. Most people live their entire lives like sheep. They follow the crowd. They think what others think. They move only when they see others moving. They are controlled by fear, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of standing out. But a lion doesn't follow the herd. A lion doesn't ask for permission. A lion doesn't care about opinions. It leads. If you want to adopt the lion mentality, the first thing you must do is break free from the herd mindset. Stop waiting for approval. Stop needing validation. Stop asking, what will people think? Because the truth is, people will always have something to say. No matter what you do, you will be judged. So why live your life based on their opinions? Every great leader, every successful person, every champion at some point, they chose to stand alone. They chose to think differently. They chose to act boldly. They chose to walk their own path. And that's what made them powerful. Right now, you have a choice. You can stay comfortable, blending in with the crowd, or you can step out, take risks, and become something greater. It won't be easy. You will feel alone. You will feel doubt. People may even try to pull you back. But remember this: sheep follow safety. Lions create their own path. If you want to rise in life, you must be willing to stand out, to think independently, to act with courage when others hesitate. Because the moment you stop following is the moment you start leading. Kill the sheep mentality and awaken the lion within. Remove fear from your decisions. Fear is the biggest reason most people stay stuck. It whispers in your mind, what if you fail? What if people judge you? What if you're not good enough? And slowly, without even realizing it, you start making decisions based on fear instead of growth. You don't take risks. You don't chase opportunities. You don't step outside your comfort zone. And that's how dreams die. But here's the truth: fear will never disappear. Fear is part of the journey. Even a lion feels fear. But the difference is, the lion does not obey it. It doesn't wait to feel ready. It doesn't hesitate when the moment comes. It acts. That's the mindset you need. Stop waiting for confidence. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Because that moment may never come. Confidence is not something you wait for, it's something you build through action. Every time you face your fear, you grow stronger. Every time you run away, you become weaker. So ask yourself, are your decisions controlled by fear or by your goals? Because you cannot have both. If you choose comfort, you lose growth. If you choose courage, you unlock your potential. Start small if you have to. Take one step, then another. Speak up. Take action. Move forward. Because courage is not about being fearless. It's about moving forward despite fear. A lion doesn't ask, what if I fail? It asks, what if I win? Remove fear from your decisions and take control of your life. Hunt your goals daily. A lion does not sit and wait for opportunity. It doesn't hope food will come to it. It doesn't make excuses. It doesn't delay. It hunts. Every single day with focus, patience, and relentless effort. That's the mindset you need if you truly want success. Because your goals, they are not going to chase you. They require discipline. They demand consistency. They reward those who show up daily, no matter what. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they lack consistency. They start strong, then quit. They feel motivated, then get distracted. They dream big but act small. That's not how lions operate. A lion may fail in a hunt. It may miss the target. It may fall short, but it doesn't stop. It learns. It adjusts. It goes again. and eventually it succeeds. That's your blueprint. Set clear goals. Break them into daily actions. Execute every single day, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. Because discipline is what separates winners from the rest. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Small actions repeated daily create massive results over time. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop making excuses. Start hunting. Wake up with purpose. Attack your day. Chase your goals like your life depends on it. Because in a way it does. A lion that doesn't hunt doesn't survive. Hunt your goals daily and success will have no choice but to find you. Master your emotions. True power is not just physical strength, it's emotional control. Anyone can act strong when things are easy. But real strength shows up when life gets hard. When pressure hits, when things go wrong, when emotions start taking over, most people lose control. They react instead of thinking. They panic instead of focusing. They quit instead of pushing forward. But a lion stays calm. Even in chaos it observes. Even under pressure it focuses. Even in danger it acts with precision. That's the level you need to reach. Because if you cannot control your emotions, you cannot control your life. Anger, fear, frustration, doubt, these emotions are natural, but they should never be in charge. Your emotions should inform you, not control you. When you act out of anger, you make mistakes. When you act out of fear, you miss opportunities. When you act out of doubt, you limit your potential. But when you stay calm, you think clearly, you move wisely, you become dangerous in the best way. So how do you master your emotions? Pause before reacting. Breathe when things get intense. Focus on solutions, not problems. Train your mind to stay steady, no matter what's happening around you. Because life will test you, again and again, and in those moments, your emotions will either break you or build you. A lion doesn't panic under pressure, it becomes sharper. Master your emotions, and you master your destiny. Walk alone with confidence. There comes a point in every journey where you realize not everyone is meant to walk with you. Some people will doubt you, some will misunderstand you, some will leave when things get hard, and that's where most people break. They start chasing approval. They start changing themselves to fit in. They start shrinking their dreams just to feel accepted. But a lion doesn't need a crowd to feel powerful. It doesn't rely on validation. It doesn't follow noise. It walks alone with confidence. If you truly want to adopt the lion mentality, you must become comfortable with being alone. Not lonely, but focused. Because growth requires separation, success requires sacrifice, and greatness often demands solitude. When you start thinking differently, when you start aiming higher, when you start becoming stronger, not everyone will understand you. And that's okay. Back, hand index pointing right, you are not here to be understood by everyone. Back, hand index pointing right, you are here to become the best version of yourself. Stop explaining your vision to people who don't see it. Stop seeking approval from people who are afraid to grow. Stop waiting for others to believe in you. Believe in yourself, because confidence doesn't come from others. It comes from within. It comes from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going. Walking alone will test you. There will be moments of doubt, moments of silence, moments where you question everything. But those moments, they build you, they sharpen your mind, they strengthen your character, they prepare you for the next level. Understand this, being alone is not a weakness. It's a sign that you're evolving. While others are distracted, you are focused. While others are comfortable, you are growing. While others are following, you are leading. And one day, the same people who doubted you will look at you with respect. Not because you followed them, but because you had the courage to walk your own path. So embrace the silence. Embrace the journey. Embrace the loneliness if it comes, because that's where transformation happens. A lion doesn't fear walking alone. It owns every step. Walk alone with confidence, and you will discover your true power. Never back down. Life will test you, not once, not twice, but again and again and again. There will be days when everything goes wrong. Days when you feel tired, frustrated, and ready to quit. Days when it feels like no matter how hard you try, it's not enough. This is where most people give up. They retreat. They make excuses. They tell themselves, maybe this isn't for me. But a lion never backs down. It doesn't matter how many times it fails in the hunt. It doesn't matter how many obstacles stand in its way. It keeps going. That's the mindset you need to build. Because success is not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about resilience, the ability to keep going when everything inside you wants to stop. Failure is not the end. Rejection is not defeat. Struggle is not a sign to quit. It's a test of your patience, a test of your discipline, a test of how badly you really want it. And here's the truth. Every time you fall, you have two choices. Stay down or rise stronger. Every setback carries a lesson. Every failure makes you sharper. Every challenge builds your strength. But only if you refuse to quit. You have to develop a mindset where giving up is not an option, where no matter how hard it gets, you keep moving forward. Step by step, day by day, even when progress feels slow, even when results don't show, because consistency plus persistence equals unstoppable power. Remember this, winners are not those who never fail. Winners are those who never quit. The road to success is not smooth. It's filled with obstacles, pain, and uncertainty. But those who push through, those who stay committed, those who refuse to back down, they are the ones who rise. So when life hits you, hit back harder. When you fault, get up faster. When doubt creeps in, silence it with action. A lion doesn't retreat in the face of struggle. It becomes more aggressive, more focused, more determined. Never back down, because your breakthrough is closer than you think. Now listen, this is your moment. You can stay average, or you can become unstoppable. You can live in fear, or you can rise with power. The lion inside you is ready. No fear, no limits, no excuses. Comment below, I am a lion.